There's nobody's been arrested, nobody's been indicted. None of the people that set up January 6th have gone to jail. It's just it is meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Well, not to shock you, because I know you're smarter than that. This has been happening since the world was invented by God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm shocked, Dave. I am shocked.
I know. But you're Irish too, so you'll have a drink and it'll be okay. I know you. So I'm trying to teach this young lady here about what life is all about, and it's not one thing or the other. It's a lot of things that are pushed down your throat, and she knows this. She's now a member of, I think, the head of the group in TPU, and where at?
Sorry?
I'm asking you, Jordan. Where are you in the TPU? Or TPA? Or is it TPUSA?
TPUSA.
Yeah.
I'm currently the president of my own chapter. We're actually getting started now. We're setting everything up. And it's like a county thing rather than being set up at my school, because you can either do an activism hub or something or like a club at a school. And I'm doing an activism hub because my school didn't want us to get involved with all that.
See, there's still hope if you can get enough people to fight back. And you're fighting back, damn it. You fought back on 2020, and you're fighting back. People should know about you. That's why I have a show.
Yeah.
Okay. And not enough people are listening, so you guys got to keep pushing.
Well, I'm gonna piss off your young friend, because I was a big supporter of Charlie Kirk, although I only met him once.
Yeah.
But ever since his assassination, TPUSA, I think, is being driven in the wrong direction. I think as they talked maybe yesterday, the day before, about how Charlie's plan was to run for vice president behind J.D. Vance in the next presidential election, and now they might substitute Erica. But the whole organization has now been they have deified Charlie in a way to co-opt an organization and turn it to their devices. And I find that to be disturbing. And so I'm hoping that more and more people will follow the precedent of Charlie Kirk, and not so much the way that the new organization is tilting. And I heard a little bit. I tuned in on YouTube to your program before I came on this morning, so I could get an idea of what I'm stepping into. And in all deference to your young guest, I talked to everybody about this, and I was talked about it on your program the last time, and I can't remember. Was it somebody who was running for Senate, Missouri Senate in St. Louis area, was on your show?
It could have been Bill Hardwick or Mayhew.
Who's the other guy?
Jim Avery.
Jim Avery, that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a gun guy, and so I went through the scenario of how the alleged version of this Tyler Robinson and his Mauser 98, disassembling it, getting it up on the roof, scoping it in without being able to fire a shot.
Talk to her about this.
Disassembling it, jumping down off the roof, putting it back together, and then sticking it in the woods for the FBI to find. That none of that makes any sense whatsoever. And Jim had to say, well, yeah, that's exactly true. I mean, it could not, the way the FBI is telling it, could not physically happen.
So
and yet everybody's saying, no reason. I'm sorry?
Why is he sitting in jail right now?
Well, because for every conspiracy, there has to be a patsy. There has to be a Lee Harvey Oswald. There has to be a patsy that you can blame it all on. And I'll bet you this. I bet you Tyler Robinson never lives to go to trial.
That'll be the interesting thing.
I mean, if he gets Jack Ruby'd, you'll know the answer to that one.
Yeah, exactly. And he seems pretty he seems pretty good about it. They did show him in court, and he was smiling and looking like he doesn't have a worry in his world that he seems to be in.
Yeah, and who knows how all these things get set up? But I know this, that when you have this horrible event happen, I've said this on your program before. I was on the phone with one of my J6 clients at the moment that Charlie got shot, and he had on his phone at that time a guy from TPUSA that was also a J6er, and told us on the phone at the time that it was happening that Charlie had gotten shot in the neck and he was dead. I mean, this was right while it was happening.
Yeah.
But then to have within days that entire crime scene destroyed, to have the FBI say, "Oh, we've got the only guy that, don't worry about it,"
and they were shoveling stuff and paving stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the video. There's a camera, high definition camera right behind Charlie's head on the top of the stage, right
Yeah.
behind him. On the video, within seconds after he hits the ground, somebody disassembles the mount and takes that camera away, right? And they admit that they've taken the cards out of the camera, the memory cards out to protect the evidence, right?
Who admitted that? The FBI?
No, the TPUSA guys. Mikey
Who's
McCoy.
the FBI on this deal.
Yeah. Why isn't and then for everybody, including Eric or Kirk, to say we don't have to ask any more questions. We know what happened. From a guy that spends 40 years practicing law, whenever anybody says there's nothing to see here, there's a lot to see here.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, how is this going to? What do you predict is going to happen here? Is it going to be another Kennedy case hidden by the CIA? Is the government covering up for this?
Oh, I don't know. Benjamin Netanyahu said 3 times I didn't kill Charlie Kirk, so I know he didn't do it.
You're always trying to blame the Jews. What's the matter with you?
Well, you brought up my Irish heritage, so I got to return the favor.
You got to watch out for these Irishmen. My best friend was an Irishman named Dave O'Reilly, and he died of COVID. He was my banker, and I know what he didn't die of COVID. I mean, he died from the shots. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, no question about it. And we talked about it. I'll tell you how insidious all this stuff is, and I will open the eyes of your young guest.
Okay.
Patty and I were on the Trump campaign back in 2020. We were on the team.
By the way, where is Patty?
She's sitting on the other side of the table. She just, the concept of getting makeup and hair on by 10:30 in the morning, on a Friday. It's just.
Oh man, I hear her laughing in the background. Come on, Patricia. He's driving me crazy. You're the sensible one in the family.